My name is Debbie Reed, and I'm here today to introduce you to Philadelphia's new cooking cream. It's going to be in 4 flavors. The one we're working with today is Italian cheese and herb. It is a very thick, rich, creamy, delicious addition. You're going to love to add to your pasta, to your proteins, to your vegetables. It's really, really good. You're going to love it. Today, I'm going to actually turn it into a soup for you. It's going to be a base for a nice, thick, creamy soup. And how we're going to start is I've already cooked off a pint of grape tomatoes. I roasted them in the oven, a little salt, little pepper, a little olive oil for 20 minutes so they're nice and soft. I have in the Dutch oven here some onion, a little bit of salt, just cooking it just to soften it up just a little bit. To that I'm going to add, this is 3/4 of a pound of hot Italian sausage. If you can find it ground, great, go ahead and get it. That'll save you a step. I couldn't find it ground, so I bought it in the casings. I just took the casings off, broke it up, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. And this is going to cook. I need to cook it until the sausage is actually cooked through, and that'll take probably about 5 minutes or so. Once that is cooked through, I'll give you a little step-by-step of what the rest of the recipe will be. Get that going. Once that's cooked, we're then going to add some milk and the cooking cream. And then to that, we're adding these cute, itty-bitty little teeny-weeny raviolis. They're fresh pasta. I got it out of the refrigerated section at the grocery store. I'm going to throw them in, actually, instead of pre-cooking them in hot water or boiling water, I'm going to go ahead and actually throw it into the soup so that it adds a little bit more flavor, hopefully absorbs a little bit more of the cooking cream flavor. Then to that, once that cooks, that only, probably go about 3 minutes or so. You can add a little bit of some Kalamata olives and some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And that will do it. Only thing is, I will, at the end, depending on things, I like it really, really thick. So depending on how much of the milk actually gets absorbed by the ravioli, I might put a little bit of cornstarch in it just to thicken it up a little, but that's kind of, you got to play that by ear, see what it actually does when the ravioli is done cooking. So I'll go ahead and finish cooking up the sausage, and then we'll go on to our next step. We'll be right back. Okay, our sausage is done cooking. I didn't break it up. A lot of times in recipes like this, you'll break it up into really small pieces. I actually left it more bite-sized pieces, a little bit chunkier since it is going into the soup. I wanted you to really taste it when you actually have your bowl of it. So I left it a little bit on the bigger side. Now we're going to add our key ingredient, the cooking cream. And again, this is the Italian cheese and herb. And you'll see, I'll give you a little, see how it's very thick and creamy and delicious. See all the little herbs and everything in there? Gives it lots of great, great flavor. So I'm going to put that in there. Make sure you get every last little bit out. You don't want to waste it, because it is really good stuff. And no sticking your fingers in there and having a little bit and taking them out, because it's good enough to eat by itself. Okay, there we go. We got all that in there. And now this is 3 cups of milk. I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. I'm going to turn this back up a little bit, because what I actually want to do is bring this up to a boil, not really a real hard rolling boil, but I want to bring it up enough heat to throw the ravioli in. So our ravioli is 9 ounces, and like I said, it's just the little cheese, fresh ravioli. Now you notice I didn't drain out the grease. There wasn't a whole lot of grease from the sausage. You can play that by ear when you make it. If you happen to have some sausage that was a little bit more greasy, obviously go ahead and take that out. But the sausage I had in here actually was pretty lean, so don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to a boil. I'm going to add the ravioli. I'm going to give it about 3 minutes or so, and then I'll check the consistency, see if I think I want to make it a little bit thicker, or if the ravioli did absorb enough of the liquid. At that point then we add the tomatoes, the olives, and the cheese, and it's done and ready to go. So I'll go ahead and toss these in and give them a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Ravioli's done cooking. I went ahead and I put in the tomatoes, the olives, and the Parmesan cheese. And at that point, that's when you want to check your consistency, because the Parmesan is going to thicken up just a little bit. So you just want to kind of play that by ear, like I said. Now mine is looking pretty good. I don't think I'm going to add any cornstarch to it. Like I said, it just depends on how much of the liquid is absorbed when the ravioli cooks. If you do want it a little bit thicker, all you have to do is put a little bit of water in a little cup right here, and I have like a tablespoon of cornstarch in here. Whisked it together. You would just pour it in while it's boiling, and it will thicken up almost immediately, and it would be ready to go. So with that, I'm going to turn it off so I don't burn it here because it's a beautiful, beautiful pot of soup. And what I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and dish some up. And you can see how all the ingredients, along with the cooking cream, it's just a nice, really thick, delicious pot of soup. I'm going to slide that off the burner though. We don't want to ruin that. And in order to serve it, I would just top it with a little bit more Parmesan cheese, like that, and it would be ready to go. So we're going to give that a second to cool before we taste it because I don't want to burn my mouth. But again, the basis for a lot of quick, easy, weeknight, weekend meals, the new Philadelphia cooking cream. It's delicious, it's easy. Look for it in your refrigerated section at your grocery store. So let's give this guy a little taste here. Hopefully it cooled off a little bit. Yeah, no, still quite hot, but very good. Very good. Very filling on its own. Would make a great meal on its own. Serve it maybe with a little loaf of bread and you'd be ready to go. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it, and I definitely hope you enjoy the new cooking cream. It's great. Buy it. You'll love it. Thanks.